store. You just pick up your broccoli and your carrots and your apples with your paper towels and your hamburgers and you're done. But did you know that those apples will take, on the average, 14 months in storage before they hit that grocery store shelves? Although it looks really pretty, it's all waxed and shiny and beautiful, it may not be as good as it looks. And today I'm going to give you 5 great reasons why you should take the time and effort to visit your farmer's market. The number 1 reason is taste. And nothing trumps taste. That is why we love to eat. It's the taste. And there's 3 reasons why the food at the produce at the farmer's market tastes better. The first one is freshness. It has usually been picked within 24 hours. The farmer may be out there at 3 o'clock in the morning picking stuff that he's selling that morning, so it doesn't get much fresher. The second reason is ripeness. Food that is sold at the farmer's market is allowed to ripen, while food that hits the grocery store usually has to be picked before it is ripe, put in storage, and then sprayed with a harmless chemical to either stop the ripening or promote the ripening when it's ready to hit the shelf so that it looks beautiful and it's just ripe when it's sold. A third reason is that the farmer also not worrying about transportation, bruising, storage. He is a little freer to experiment with what he is cultivating. So he may be cultivating just for taste instead of for transportation, something that shouldn't bruise as easily or something that tolerates storage and has a long life. He can cultivate the taste. So those are 3 great reasons why it tastes better. Now the second reason you should go to the farmer's market is because the produce there is more nutritious. And nutrition is very much linked to the first 2 points, the freshness and the ripening. Everybody has probably tasted a vine-ripe tomato, ripened in the sun, picked right off the vine, and compared it to a tomato in the grocery store, which is cold and pale and very tasteless. And I remember as a child picking carrots right out of the dirt and rubbing it on the grass and eating it, and it tastes nothing like the carrots in the grocery store. Another reason, or what is causing the nutrition is these phytonutrients in the produce. We have found about 20,000 of these phytonutrients, vitamin, minerals, antioxidants, and they are linked to the color, they're linked to freshness. The things that reduces these phytonutrients are oxygen, light, and time, and they tested apples in the grocery stores, and they find that after 3 months of storage, their phytonutrient levels have gone down dramatically. So it may look good, but it's not as nutritious. Now the third reason you should go to the farmer's market is that the food there is safer to eat. You can literally ask your farmer, what have you used on these, are they organic? Are you using pesticides, herbicides, fungicides? And even if they're not organic, you know that there are rules that he has to follow in the United States for what he can put on the produce. While if your grapes are coming from Chile or you're buying fruit from Argentina, you don't know their rules and regulations, and you don't even know if they have followed those rules and regulations. So the trust is not there. The fourth reason why you should go to the farmer's market is it helps your local economy. When you pay the farmer, he puts that money right back into the local community, which is usually your community. Also, when you're selling food that is in season, it tends to be cheaper than the food that is out of season. And also when you're cutting out transportation and the middlemen, you come up with food that is at the most reasonable that he can sell it at. And it's grown on a smaller farm, it's not factory farmed, in huge factory farms that can make it cheaper, but it's not as nutritious. And the last reason that I have, but not the least, is that it makes less of an environmental impact. When you need less energy for transportation, less trucks on the road, less pollution, less time in storage equals less energy, you leave less of a carbon footprint when you buy local food. And in these days when global warming is just inching up as more and more important on our agenda, this is important too. So in closing, if you cannot grow your fruits and vegetables in your backyard or your front yard or on your deck, I would encourage you to take a trip to the farmer's market, or at least a roadside stand, and talk to the farmer, ask questions, and try through this summer with all the summer bounty to at least taste one new fruit and vegetable each week, and see if you will not fall in love with fruits and vegetables all over again. And that would be a coup for your health.